As predicted, it was a pretty slow month time-wise for me. I only actually managed to get down here once, which I think was the second week. It was whatever week England had their first World Cup game anyway. The plan was to get down here, find what I'm going to do tonight, plonk a couple of rods out and sit down and watch the game. Things didn't quite work out like that. I got down to the far bay, saw 2 or 3 fish there. I just carried on my walk round and got back to around the centre of the lake, where there's a lot of pads and reeds and that kind of thing. And I saw about 8 or 10 fish just milling in and about the pads. So that was enough for me. I've shot back to the car, got all my gear and headed back down. As I got back into the swim, I saw a rather large shape just down in the edge. I didn't have my Polaroids on at the time and my hands were full of buckets and gear and that kind of thing. So I've lowered everything down, put my Polaroids on and took a couple of steps forward, and sure enough it was one of the lake's big 2. So I've gone backwards even more slowly and carefully than what I've gone forwards. Got one of my rods out of the rod bag and bit everything off the end. I decided, because she was so close in, and I knew if I tried to lower any kind of lead or float or anything down there, she'd just spook off. So I've just tied a size 6 wide gate beak straight to the end of my line, side hooked a little live system chop, and crept up slowly sort of round the back of the bank and come up behind the set of reeds that was there. Kept myself sheltered from the water there and just lowered this chop in about a foot or 2 to her right where she was mooching about in silt. It was in the water no more than 5-10 seconds tops, and as soon as it hit the bottom she was sort of mooching over towards it, and yeah, she picked it up straight away. I couldn't believe my luck. She had a couple of short powerful runs out towards the pads, trying to get away. Thankfully I managed to turn her quite easily, and she was in the net after a minute or 2. For the record, I think she went 39.8. She was an absolutely stunning fish though, so the difference between 39.8 and 40 pound, yeah, it'd been nice to have had her over 40, but I was just happy to catch the fish. When they get to this sort of size, especially when they look as stunning as this one did, the weight is almost negligible, to be honest. So yeah, here's a bit of film I got of her, a few different bits and pieces, and I'll just put them together and you can have a quick watch.
A bit missing. I thought the tail was flat. It's a bit missing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Proper old warrior, that mate.
Yeah, they all are, so they're fucking fishing it. £39.8. It's about, I don't know, 3 foot from the edge. Literally been here, and I had a rod in the water for no more than about 10 seconds. Absolutely gobsmacked. as you can see, that was an absolutely stunning fish, and to say I was blown away by it is a bit of an understatement. Not just because of the size and how stunning the fish was, but also in the way that I caught it. I don't think I've ever caught a carp that quickly in my life, and to catch it that close in and see it take the bait was just unbelievable. That was the only time I managed to get down here last month, unfortunately. Through one thing and another, you know, the football was on, things were generally quite busy at home, plus the weather hasn't been overly inspiring either. It's been absolutely roasting hot, and it doesn't look like changing anytime soon. But going into next month, we'll see what happens, but it looks like it's going to be a very, very busy one for me again. We're currently in the process of buying our first home, so between phoning mortgage brokers and estate agents and solicitors and God knows what else, I very much doubt there'll be a lot of time left for fishing, but fingers crossed at some point I might manage to sneak out for a night to get down here and just keep in touch with the place, if nothing else. Because it was such a short video this month, I did think I'd add an extra little bit in. When I was looking through the memory cards at some of the footage of that 39, I did find some underwater stuff that I'd captured last time that I went out with Leif on the other little dating lake. It was a really, really sunny day. The water was gin clear over there, and I was only fishing about 2-3 foot deep as it was, so the clarity on the picture is really great, and I got some brilliant footage of the fish coming in and feeding. Unfortunately, I did get done over 3 or 4 times up until the point that I altered something on my rig, and thankfully that got me a take in the end. But yeah, I'll put a little short edited bit of that on, of the best bits, and at some point later this month I'll probably upload the full bit of footage for anybody that's interested in that kind of thing to have a proper look through. So I'll whack that on now, and I'll let that run through, and fingers crossed I'll be seeing you at this time next month. See ya.